So we are going to learn about how we can checkmate by clearance. It's time for a new mating tool, and sometimes you cannot make mate because one of your peas is in the way. If that is the case, it is smart to move this piece, and by doing so, you open access to the file, diagonal, or rack. So let's have a look at this example. We have to checkmate the black king. And if you do small changes, it would seem that we can do that. In this position, the king has green square to flee to. So we have to have access to that square. Looking closer, you will notice that the white rook is directed at the green squares. However, the white knight is in the way. The piece in front, the knight, has to clear the file for the black rook, and the knight checks the king. It's a checkmate. So what we do, we just move the knight to c7, and that would be a checkmate. Let's have a look at the second example. White has to take away the green square. He clears away the front piece, the knight. Now the back piece has access to the green square. The knight can give a check in two ways. It is not a smart move to go to the red square because the pawn on g7 would capture there. So that's why the knight should follow the green arrow, and that is a checkmate. The bishop is controlling that f7 square, the knight is giving a check, and that is a checkmate. In both the example, there are two pieces behind each other on a file. For example, here we have a file of diagonal. Here we have a diagonal. The front piece gives a check, and by clearing away, the back piece can take away flight square next to the king. And this is the real power trick. So what you have to do in this exercise, you have to checkmate your opponent by letting your piece cooperate in a clearance action. Make sure that the black cannot get out of check. The king cannot get out of check.